Being a woman in law enforcement isn't just about wearing the badge. It's about breaking barriers, leading with strength, and proving that courage has no gender. This Women's History Month, we celebrate the women who serve, protect, and inspire the next generation. Join us as members of the Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office share their experiences, challenges, and triumphs as they break barriers and inspire future generations. Because when we stand together, there's no limit to what we can achieve.
I'm Deputy First Class Perry. I've been with the department for 5 years. Prior to working with Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office, I worked with Virginia Department of Corrections, and I did that for 2 years. So altogether, I've been in law enforcement for about 7 years. I was born in Queens, New York, so I'm a New Yorker. I thoroughly enjoy living in Virginia, and I love working for Chesterfield County. I wanted to be a part of the change that I wanted to see in my community. I love to give back to my community by doing community outreach, talking to the youth, and working in the back of the jail. I was able to reach some of the inmates and also talk to some of the youth that came in. So it's motivating to me, and I know I've touched them in some type of way as well. It was a journey of trial and error, a couple of no's, but a no doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be a forever no, from a couple of different departments. So whether it was a physical agility test or whatnot, I tried and tried again. And I finally made it over to Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office, went through the physical agility testing, and I passed that and went through with the process to become a deputy sheriff. It was trying, but nothing that is easy is worth having to me, So it definitely pushed you to be the best you could be during the academy. I know as far as role models, I don't have any female role models that work in this field, but I know I wanted to be, a part of the females in this field to make that change, So other little girls can see, hey, I can do what she's doing when I get older. I could be a female, work in this field. I could do anything I put my mind to. So, what challenges have I faced, with becoming a female law enforcement officer? I've heard statements such as, "You're too pretty to work in law enforcement. Why do you want to work in law enforcement and you're pretty? You should do modeling," or something of that nature. When people hear that I do this type of work, or some of the things that I do for training, teaching people defensive tactics, and I hear things like, "I can't believe you're doing that," like, is that a man's job? Like, do you actually get physical with people? So in my mind, I say anything they can do, I can do as well. It doesn't matter what gender you are, it's how you apply yourself. Truthfully, I do feel like as a female working in this field, you do feel like you need to prove yourself. Sometimes you feel like you have to take a couple more steps, but hard work does pay off. I think where I've gotten in this department is not just given to me, I earned that position. And not just because I'm a female to fill in the spot, but definitely had to be earned. Barriers that we may face may be physical, trying to get more females to want to work in law enforcement. Not a lot of women want to join this field due to the physical demands of it. That's one barrier I believe there is. And, supervision, you have fewer females in supervisory positions. I would like to see more of that. So as a jail deputy, working in the back of the jail, you get to know some of the inmates while you're conducting rounds. There was one particular inmate, she's no longer an inmate, but I'm so proud of her progress. You know, you get to see them grow in some of the programs that they may be engaged in, and to see them come back after having conversations with them about their dreams and things that they want to pursue outside of their incarceration, and to see that come to fruition, is just amazing. And having people thank you for taking time to speak to them, to pour back into them. This field is not just about locking people up and throwing away the key, but also pouring back into them to help correct some of those behaviors. And some of the programs help with recidivism. So some of these individuals are going to be your neighbors, the people you work with. So how we talk to people and pour back into them is meaningful, not just to them, but to you as well. Even, talking to kids, we bring that motherly nature, or even male inmates. They might be more reluctant to speak to a male versus a female deputy. So having that motherly nature, being able to talk to someone and have them respect you, not just because you're a female, but the way you carry yourself, but to see someone not just in this masculine manner, I feel like that works in our favor as well. Changes within this field as far as females, I would just say speak for our department. There's plenty of opportunities as a female deputy sheriff for us to move around. That was one of the first questions I asked when I was going through the background process here. Is there room for growth here? Like, can I go to different areas in the department to expand my knowledge and to learn different things? And they said yes. So I said, okay, I'm gonna have faith I'm gonna join this department, and I've been able to move around and use my talent in different ways. And I do feel like as a female deputy sheriff, there is room to grow here in this department. And you're not just gonna be stagnant, stuck in one spot. Oh, this is just a man's job. If you want the job, there's room for you to grow. The advice I would give to a young lady wanting to join this field, do it even if you think it's hard. Nothing worth having is gonna be easy. Push yourself. If you fail, it's okay to fail. Try again. Get up, dust yourself off, try again. One no doesn't mean it's gonna be a forever no. I've been told no a couple of times, and now I work for a good department. I have great colleagues in supervision. And I can only speak for our department. There is room to move around as a female deputy, and grow. I feel like we should go out into more spaces designated for women where they feel comfortable in their spaces, whether it's, at gyms, yoga, places where women are empowered to be their best selves. Have someone from the sheriff's office go out, maybe a female deputy or a male and female deputy, reach back into these places for women, safe spaces for women, and engage with the community and see if people are interested in joining this field of work. But I think more so is just going to places where women feel safe, they're empowered to be their best physical self, whether it's a gym, yoga spot, Pilates. You see a lot of strong women in Pilates. See if anybody's interested in joining, Women's History Month means to me empowerment, strength, growth. We've come a long way as women, being able to work in certain fields, without someone saying, hey, I don't know if you want to do that job because it's designated for a certain gender. But to see women in law enforcement, working in supervisory positions, working as a deputy sheriff, alongside their male counterparts, it's amazing to see. And it just, every day you just feel like, I can do it, because we've come a long way, So this field can be challenging, physically, mentally, emotionally. How do I balance my work life and home life? I take time by enjoying my days off. I don't work many extra days outside of my assigned schedule. I like to take time to do things that I enjoy, whether it be working out, taking a walk in the park, spending time with family and my dog. to pour back into myself. So I believe in taking care of yourself first to be able to take care of others in your community. So find something that you enjoy doing and do that on your off days. My plans for the future, I would like to finish working in the training department, then move on to another section within the department to be well-rounded and know my job, so when I put in for supervision, I could be well-rounded. I would like to put in for supervision one day to increase the numbers of female sergeants and lieutenants and et cetera. I would change, people doubting that we could do the job in the first place. So changing the doubt of others, their perception of you can't do it because you're a woman, or you don't have the strength to do it, or you're not emotionally, the perception of women being emotional, and that we can't do the job or is designated to one gender.